Now to a report about a surgical strike that India had supposedly carried out in Pakistan 14 years ago. The Huffington Post reports that India's fighter jets hit Pakistani positions in a surgical strike during Operation Parakram in 2002. According to the report, this happened months after terrorists stormed the Indian parliament, triggering a military mobilization and standoff on the border. The plan, remember, was to destroy a Kargil-like troop build-up near the border post in the Kel area of Kupwara with laser-guided munitions. The report says that the plan initially was to send in the Indian army to attack the Pakistani positions. But this was changed in consultation with the then Army Chief, General Sundararajan Padmanabhan, and it was decided later that the IAF, that is the Indian Air Force, should bomb the area before special forces are sent in on the 2nd of August back in 2002. The Indian Air Force's Mirage 2000 fighters then took off from Srinagar in Jammu and Kashmir and bombed the Pakistani bunkers in Kale, reducing them to a rubble. This is according to that media report. The casualties on the other side reportedly remain unknown. And for more on that, earlier we had spoken to Sudhir Ranjan Sen, a senior journalist from Huffington Post, where he gave us the background of the story. Listen in.
Well, to begin with, these are special operations and these are meant to be kept very, very secret. These are not discussed. Mind you, unlike a conventional operation, these operations don't even have a name. And the specific reason or the precise reason is that once you put a name to it and start recording it, the chances of it being leaked at a later date is much higher than if you do not put it down on record, put it down and put a name to it and plan it the very conventional way. This was from what I could gather by speaking to several people who were involved in this. There was a Kargil-like situation, or the government did think at that point of time that there was a possibility of it. And to nip that in the bud, we send in the fighters to destroy Pakistani posts. Mind you, this is one of the few instances where the Indian Air Force, where we have come to know that the Indian Air Force had been used to kind of completely pulverize Pakistani positions, because using the Air Force, there is a chance and a possibility of the situation spiraling out of control, which is why Air Force is not used. Air Force is used only in very extreme situations to take on the enemy. In this case, however, there was no retaliation from Pakistan, and one of the reasons which I've been able to gather and what our sources are telling us is the fact that at that point of time, the superiority of the Indian Air Force was much, much higher than that of the Pakistan Air Force.